Welcome to day 2. Go ahead and find yourself into just a comfortable seat. You can draw your hands into your lap. Start to breathe deeply into our core, to our center. Starting to become aware of that fire within us. You can start to bring the chin towards the chest and maybe just shake the head yes and no. Maybe start to circle around, back and forth, lifting, opening up through the front of the throat. Can circle the heart space forward, back. Just really feeling into the body, starting to move however the body wants to. You can circle in the other direction if you like. You can bring one hand down, reaching the other one up and over. Start to stretch out through the length of our body, through the side. Coming into our femininity. Draw the hand up and over, reaching to the side, extending it out long, and then bring yourself back. Continuing with those little movements, whatever the body's feeling, into the hips. Reaching up with the chin, rolling along the shoulders, whatever feels good. You're gonna bring those hands, linking them up the length of your mat. Extend the legs back as we come into a prone pose. Grounding our hands underneath the shoulders, lift up through the heart, the gaze, coming into cobra. Exhale, surrender the heart back down to prone pose. We'll slip that knee out to the side, coming into our happy frog pose, our half happy frog pose, our Parshva Shavasana. Starting to awaken a little bit into that root chakra, move that energy around, stretching out through the low back a little, awakening that fire, igniting it a little bit more, just starting to feel a little bit into that ignition of our soul. Extend that leg back, moving through prone. Relaxing that leg, coming up into a cobra. Don't mind my kitty, she's in her onesie. Can slowly come back down, relax. We'll open up into the other side for our Parshva Shavasana. Just starting with these gentle openings. Starting to come further and further into ourselves. This whole sequence is about getting that fire warmed up, igniting that heat, and just moving it throughout the body so we can show up with more creativity, more alignment, more embodiment. Just gently breathe in and out through the nose. Feeling the gentle rise and fall through the upper body. Can slowly bring that leg back in, coming into prone. And pushing ourselves back, bowing the heart, coming into Utthana Shisasana, Puppy Pose. Rolling forwards, coming onto the knees, the chest, and the chin. Coming on up, activating through the thighs into upward facing dog. Moving back to down dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Coming up onto the toes and grounding into the heels. Relaxing that heart space towards the feet. And bend into the knees, floating, looking up towards the hands to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift here. Nice flat and strong back, and then slowly rolling the rest of the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Grounding into the feet. Nice tall spine, breathing into the heart space. Feel that energy move through your humanly vessel. Inhale the hands all the way up. Exhale through to the heart. Grounding into that right foot. We're going to lift that left foot back, staggering it off to the side, coming into our warrior one position. Slight bend in the front knee. Inhale those hands up once you feel nice and sturdy. You can bend a little bit deeper, creating more space between the feet. Beautiful work here. We're going to pivot the feet so that they come parallel. Come into a nice wide-legged fold and walk the hands over to that right knee, bending deeply into a side lunge. We'll wrap the hands up into eagle arms, bringing the right elbow underneath the left and just folding forwards. Just getting used to this position. We're going to do this sequence about 3 times, so just familiarize your body with it. We'll come back to center, heel to the feet closer together and point the toes out to 45 degrees. Slowly sink in as you rise into your goddess. You can bring the hands overhead. And then just coming up onto one tippy toe, the right tippy toe, and then bringing your heart to bow down, crisscrossing the hands to the opposite foot. Just releasing here. Inhale. We'll slowly move back into that warrior one. You can reposition the feet there. So what we'll do is we'll come onto that other side. When you're ready, just remembering and reflecting on that sequence, we'll restart in our Tadasana. Bring those hands up. Exhale, fold it all down. You can bring the hands behind the legs and just run them down to the feet. Beautiful work. Just releasing, letting everything go. Feeling into the body a little bit deeper. Inhale all the way up. Relax through the shoulders, open up the hands, inhale overhead, exhale, draw them through to the heart. This time we'll ground into the left foot, stepping the right foot back, finding our position into Vira 1, Warrior 1. Sinking into the feet, finding that center of balance. And drawing that energy from our roots up into the rest of the body, down into the feet. Bring those hands overhead with a big, beautiful breath. Exhale, maybe sinking a little bit more, scooching those toes a little bit forward. So good. Move those feet so that you come into a wide-legged stance. Lower yourself down. We'll bring the hands over to our left knee this time, sinking in, finding that side lunge, finding where you feel nice and strong. You're getting a good stretch. Bring those arms out wide. This time we'll bring the left elbow underneath the right and just surrender. Give yourself over to the stretch. Give yourself over, letting go, feeling solid in the feet. Drop the hips. Release through the arms, straighten through the leg. Heel to those feet a little bit closer together. Point the toes out, coming into our goddess pose. If you'd like, you can try to start with lifting both heels up off the ground. Feeling nice and sturdy here. Bring one foot down. Keep the left one lifted as you rise up, extending the hands overhead, sinking in. Bring the heart space down, cross the legs, cross the arms towards the opposite feet. Relaxing and surrendering here, sinking the hips a little bit more. Beautiful work. Feel into all the things that feel resistant. Breathe here, slowly come on up. Come back into standing position, move through into our warrior two, bending back into that left knee. Relax, breathe, connect. Stepping yourself to the top of the mat again. Grounding into the feet. Just taking a moment to pause. We're going to do that whole sequence over again. Come down into a halfway lift. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Ground into that right foot. Step the left foot back. Warrior one. Hands to the sky. Pivot yourself into that forward fold. Release, sink into that right knee. Inhale those hands up to the sides. Exhale, cross them over. This time we'll add a little bit of fluid movement with the spine. You can inhale, come up. Exhale to release a little bit deeper. Breathing through it all. Exhale, release. Heel toe the feet together, coming into that Prapada Kalyasana, goddess pose. Bring yourself up off the heels, hands overhead, straighten through the torso. Breathe in, drop the left heel down, keep the right heel lifted. Bring it all down now, bowing forward, hands up to the side, moving through the breath. Inhale to lengthen, lift up. Exhale to release, and shake out the head. So good. Slowly rising up. Folding forward in that wide-legged fold. Repositioning, Vira one. Hands overhead. Connect with your breath. If everything seems to be a little bit more fired up, excellent, wonderful. We got some noise in the body. We'll slowly walk all the way over to the other side to come into our Vira one on the left. root down to rise up. Breathing gently in as you lift the hands overhead. Sink into your center. Hold here. Beautiful work. Exhale, releasing, letting go. Walk the feet over to our forward fold. Wide legged, release. Bending into the left knee. We'll add those eagle arms when you're ready. Feel nice and steady. Inhale, lift, open the arms wide. Exhale, entangle and surrender. You can use your breath to add that fluidity if you'd like. Getting deeper into the pose here as we warm up. We find our body can move a little bit more. Come a little bit deeper. Inhale, back to the forward fold. Heel toe the feet in. Finding that Prapada Kalyasana. Goddess pose. Tippy toes here. Rise through the torso. Lift the hands overhead. Sink the hips. Drop the right heel down. Keep the left one up. And then release both to sink. Drop the hips as you crisscross the legs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow. Beautiful, beautiful. Feel that body. There should be fire here now. So beautiful. Rise up. Slowly come to the top of your mats into our Virabhadrasana. Warrior one. Sink, connect, breathe. Hold here. Exhale, hands to heart. Step that back foot forward. Tadasana pose. Where are you feeling that fire igniting? Inhale, lift. Exhale, folding. Stretch out through the back of the leg. Stretch out through the small of your back. Do you feel the blood pumping, creating ideas in your mind? Feeling into the feminine of your body, embracing every curve, every muscle. Step that left foot back. Come into one more sequence, going this side and then the next. Inhale the hands up, sink. Feel your body getting deeper into the poses, moving maybe a little bit more easier now. We're using that fire to warm and guide. Come into that forward fold, sinking into that right knee, low side lunge. Inhale to lengthen, open up the arms. Exhale to crisscross. Inhale. Exhale to bow, surrender, drop the hips. Enjoy the letting go. Enjoy that fire being stoked. Releasing, come back up. Slide over to that forward fold, straightening through the legs and then bending in, finding that Prapada Kalyasana, tippy toes. Try it out, lift the hands, lift the heart, sink the hips. Exhale, drop the left heel, keeping the right heel up. Slowly lower, draw the hands nice and wide. Crisscross, sweeping them across your mat to the opposite limb. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to release. So good. You're doing amazing. Breathing in, release to that forward fold, to let go of those hips. Rising back up, finding warrior one. Hands overhead, connecting with the inhale, connecting with the exhale. Hands to heart. Settle in. Exhale, bring the heart down, swivel the feet, reposition, coming up through the other side. Warrior one, last side. Ignite that core, pull the belly button in towards the spine so you get that nice tall back. Beautiful work. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale. Reposition the feet. Wide-legged fold, coming down. Letting everything go. You can create the fluid movement. Exhale, dropping into that left knee. Stretching out through the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then come into that crisscross of the eagle. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, surrender. Beautiful work. Letting everything go. Inhale to release. Come back to center. Feet come closer together so we can drop the hips. Rising up, lifting through the gaze and the heart. Tippy toes. Heels come up off the ground. Hands overhead. Amazing work. Drop that right heel down, keeping the left lifted as you bow forward, dropping both heels now. Crisscross the arms. Use the breath to wave through the spine and exhale to finally surrender. Sink into those hips, feel into the fire, whatever's coming up. Allow yourself to just feel into it. It's okay. It's all good. Inhale, release, straighten through the legs, come on back up. Find that warrior two, or warrior one, hands overhead. Nice strong core, find that center of balance. Feel nice and awakened through the leg muscles, the knees, the hips, beautiful work. Step it to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale as you swan dive down. Releasing, stepping both feet back. Dropping knees, chest and chin. Inhale to upward facing dog, engaging through the thighs again. And exhale, moving back through Balasana pose. Slowly roll onto the heels. Again, moving that body how it feels good. You can just stretch out the tops of the feet by just drawing the knees up and in towards the chest. Releasing and slowing everything down. Lean to the other side as you draw the knee in, stretching out the top of the foot. Letting it go, stretching out, coming back into our Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, make those little movements that feel good. Then we'll bend in the knees as our gaze shifts forwards and just hop to the front so we can come back down onto our seat. Amazing job. Slowly draw both feet in. Relax. Settle everything down. We're going to use this fire today. We're going to take this fire that we've ignited within us, finding that super fabulous goddess that we all have inside of us, in our bodies and our souls. We're going to take it and use it, amplify it, embody it throughout our entire day. Breathe that energy in, feel it manifest. You can stretch it around by drawing the hands behind the back, clasping the fingers and just stretching it out. And letting them go, bring the hands back to the knees as you roll the shoulders up and back. Breathing in, feeling this just fester and ignite a little more inside you. How exciting this feeling that we can get just from moving our bodies in such simple yet challenging, expansive ways. Settle into this feeling. This is what we have to work with today, and it's so beautiful, so powerful. Inhale the hands to the sides, stretch open through the wrists, draw the knees, the elbows into the side bodies as you bring the palms together into prayer. Thank you for honoring your body. Until tomorrow.